Alright, hold up, Jesimein. Oh my god.
Tell me if you're switching
just-
to poop instantly.
You going in full just
Now entering a
butt
contaminated
rape,
area.
everything. Jesimein, come back here, come back here. Come
Exiting
back here.
the contaminated area.
Oh, homie's going rogue on me.
Damn, I need more skill power.
Hold up, I'm gonna have to throw you on this. I swear to God, if this kid shoots a snar back,
I want them over
he
there.
about has some problems.
Wow.
Freaking blue.
Wait, am I in your server?
I don't know how you're supposed to survive whenever these freaking kids pop a blue every 2 seconds. But hurry up and join so you can
Yeah.
help just aim in a little bit. Oh,
No, but
oh,
stay
I
off
see
high,
you.
David.
I see you.
Oh, I got someone on my side. One time. Oh, bro, they got him with a deep.
Hey, one's about to be down. One's about to be down.
David.
Right here, right here, right here.
Rogue agent
All right.
down.
Heal. Oh, nope. Gonna live that all.
Hey, pop
buddy.
the green, pop the green.
They pop
Oh.
back.
Warning.
Jesus
An
Christ.
agent on your team
Yeah,
requires
dude.
aid immediately.
Dude, he didn't even try and hit me down.
What?
Hey, he's running. David, why is he even pop up? I have a station down. Oh. Not gonna hit you.
A rogue agent. Action will mark you as
I got
rogue.
you.
Behind. Oh, I'm lagging.
Shoot me a hill, Lucas.
I can't. I'm lagging. Wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see you.
Hey Jay, you
I'm on
think
some
the
major
93R would be good or no?
Alert.
Really? Alright, hold up. I need to back up real quick.
Pop
Oh
back.
my god. Boy. Right, alright.
Another one behind you, David. Two. Three behind you.
These kids shooting me from the back, from the front, from the side. Dang, where am I gonna? No, I got this. I'll two-shot him. Hey, Jay, be ready to
Don't
throw
push
a
it, don't push it.
grenade. Okay, then.
What is poppin' YouTube? It is your boy, and today we have a lit build video for you guys, man. I've been experimenting with a lot of things, and I finally found a build that I actually haven't made yet that's really lit, man. And it does base itself around the classified striker, but there's a catch. We will not be using the 6-piece bonus in this build. I'm sorry for those who wanted the 6-piece bonus. I'm still working on even seeing if that's worth it or not, but as of right now, the 6-piece is really weak to me because you're not able to keep the stacks anymore. Since every bullet you miss is 2 stacks, it's really hard to keep that heal worth it. So I found something to use the striker, just in case those who wanted to actually use the gear set itself and try to get the best out of it. So let's get into the details. You guys can see my stats are lit. My firearms at 7,000, stamina at 3,100, electronics at 5,200. Weapons are based off your preference, but I like to go with the M4 and SASG to get stacks quick. Everybody knows how crazy it is to get easy stacks at SASG, so it's always good to have one, especially when you're in the midst of reloading or you're out of ammo. So I prefer you run this build with an assault rifle. Try to get the best rolls possible. Mine's by no means God roll, but I do recommend assault rifle for this, just to take the full enemy armor damage effect out of it. I mean, it's not that big of a difference, but it's still more beneficial if you do use it. So preference, whatever weapons you want to use with the build. But the build itself, as you can see, it is incredibly balanced. It is amazing, man. I'm having crazy amounts of fun, and the people I play with have seen it in action. It's pretty lit. So into the details, I have a 2003 armor roll Barrett's chest. You already see that armor is crazy. Roll for electronics, enemy armor damage, and health. The reason I chose Barrett's chest is because you do have a buff at all times, regardless of what it be, whether it be extra armor when I need to get my heal back. Since I do not run skill haste on this build, I want to be able to be as tanky as possible to survive through my mech hits and my crazy heal. and I get a damage buff if I just pop my pulse. So it's kind of something based off situation, and it has a lot of utility, and that's why I love it so much. I can easily switch this to Vigorous for those who enjoy Vigorous better. You can also do the same thing. It doesn't really change up the build, just takes away the buffs. But since Classified gives you so much toughness as is, I like to max out all forms of armor while wearing Barrett's chest in order to achieve the tankiest feel possible. So going into the mask, you guys already know this is where the Classified begins. Classified Striker mask, mine isn't the best, but I have mine specifically rolled towards electronics with skill power. I know people would rather have crit hit chance, but the way I think of it is, if I have more skill power, that amounts to more crit chance as well, and it amounts to more heal and pulse. So since 3% is not that much to me, since I am running Adept, I'm not really worried about that. I'd rather go all in the skill power so I can have the best heal possible, since with Classified you can't really mix up, especially if you're running the 6-piece. I want to be able to maximize my skill power as much as possible, since I'm able to have such generous rolls on everything else. So going down to my knee pads, I have some Striker Classified knee pads, roll for health and firearms with all the resistances. You guys can see I got pretty lucky with that. Pretty nice firearms roll. The armor and stuff really doesn't matter because I can't really control that, but as you can see, it's pretty nice. Going into my backpack, I brought back Specialized. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say Specialized is dead. It is not if you mix it with 4-piece Classifieds. Striker is probably easier to do it since the buff of Striker is really good. The face tanking aspect of Striker is amazing because you stack damage. You're able to have that leeway without having to fully spec into firearms in order to melt people. So having that extra skill power, of course, to pop that heal in that face tank situation is really, really good, and it works out incredible. So my Specialized backpack is roll for firearms with health, nothing fancy with disrupt resistance. Going down to my gloves, I got some god roll gloves, y'all. Look at this. 1001 armor gloves with assault rifle damage, crit damage, and crit chance. The only thing I would change about this is just a little bit more firearms. But look at, I mean, it's a 1392. You can't ask for much more than that, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much demigod gloves. But like I said, roll for firearms with, of course, the normal rolls that are changing next patch. So make sure the damage is something you look forward to. So going into my holster, and to finish it off, pretty nice roll. Not too bad, but pretty good. 1372, 1373, and 1322. I still haven't rolled the second one. I haven't decided which one I want to buff. But nothing new here. Run health on it. And I'm able to have the 4-piece. I do not go for the 5-piece. 5% enemy armor damage stability is not really an issue for me. And the 6-piece, which is the persistence, isn't that good to me personally, unless you're running SASG, because it's too hard to keep the stacks up. I tried many situations. It's just really hard to pull shots in order so that you don't lose that heal, and by the time you even get the heal, your stack's already gone because you're in a gunfight, hip firing or whatever. So I do not recommend the 6-piece, but I might figure out something, and hopefully I can make that build work. But as of right now, we're going with the 4-piece. So basically this just is like a Super Saiyan version of the normal Striker. For those who wanted a advanced Striker build, this is like the ascended version of the Striker build. You get chunky stats all across the board, and you're able to heal yourself. So let's go into the details of it so you guys can see. The choices I use, of course, is concealed. The reason I use concealed is because I want them to do as least damage as possible. Since I am tanky, it's going to double up, and I'm going to feel pretty tanky. When that Barrett's chest is procced and the conceal is up, it's like they have to tear through 330 plus the armor buff worth of toughness in order to kill me. And of course, my overdose, I heal myself for 219,000. I do get it back in 44 seconds, but you almost don't even notice it because of how good your toughness is when you're wearing Classified gear. So that's something to look for. But if you wanted to switch to Vigorous, you can still get a pretty good heal. I heal myself 131, and I can easily swap things to electronics because I have pretty good firearms with it. So talents, all preference, of course, except the critical save and strike back. Always make sure you have that. Have combat medic if you're in a team, and these are also preference. One is none and on the move, of course, for extra toughness. Going into my character sheet so you guys can see, crit chance is at 13%, crit damage 110, headshot damage is at 87, stability at 23%. Let's go down to the next one. Enemy armor damage is at 34.50%. And skill power at 206. Survivability, you can see my toughness is 228. And my armor mitigates almost 32%, which is almost at max. And that's pretty good, man. It's amazing. It's what keeps me alive. You guys can see I have pretty decent firearms, so I'm able to actually hit hard. The base damage on my weapon is actually 20.7k, which is really good for a build that doesn't just give raw base damage or not even wearing skull MC gloves. To have over 200k toughness, skill power, while having 300k plus toughness with at least 7,000 firearms, it's a sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? I can easily spec more into firearms or more into stamina and still have an amazing heal. Just like I said, I'm healing myself for well over 200k as is, so I can easily take that. I can take that 19k away and I'm still fine, and I'm still gonna almost have a full overheal. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoy, man. This build is amazing, as you guys seen in the gameplay, and probably a little bit of gameplay after this. But let me know if you guys are rocking with Striker, man. If you guys are excited about it. Those who are like me, who've always loved the gear set for a variety of reasons, this is the optimized version that I feel works with it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Your boy is out.
Bro, go help Jesimein. You need to heal him, not me.
Not really running the field, but I'm running the.
Here, Jesimein, come here, come here. I'll pop a heal. You do?
That. I pop flip and knock it. Oh, let me do that with good heal though.
Finally, they actually know how to freaking shoot someone. Dude, these kids are trash.
Another one coming up behind.
We need freaking Botiv.
Behind you.
Even though Jesimein does pop out a lot, bro. We're gonna have to start making this a norm to play with
All
you.
remaining supply drops will expire in
One down.
30 seconds.
Oh, I stole his nade though.
Man, just run to DZO1. Run to DZO1.
Yeah, they're just running with him. They're getting him up. They're bridging. Help.
I'll meet up with you there in DZO1. Unless you just want to stay. Are you gonna stay there and fight? Cause. Alright, I'm coming to you then. Alright. I'll make sure I hit him up with the shock if I got one.
Yeah,
Really,
we got
just
rogue
saying
players
just-
over there.
Hey, run back down to
Supply drop timer has
to
expired.
the checkpoint. Oh, wait, hold on. I know where you're going. I see what you're doing. Yeah, alright. I'll throw a shock on him. I'll shoot a heal down that hallway.
Warning. You've disavowed an official. This action will mark you as rogue. Alert.
Coming
A
up
member of
behind
your
you.
team has
There's a player
disavowed division
behind you.
affiliation.
Alright, I'll
The
take him
team
out.
will
I'll
be
take him
marked
out. I'll
rogue.
kill him, Jesimein.
Oh my god.
That was premature. If I'm being honest.
What was?
The shock.
Hang on. Trying to get my heal down. Still behind me.
Rogue agent
Down
down.
here.